Welcome to the Lake TV Business Spotlight. I'm Deborah Wolf. They say there's no business like show business, but there's many facets to the entertainment industry, and we're joined by local musician Bob Ice today to discuss how he took his talent off the stage and into a Quonset hut to produce some amazing custom creations. Hey Bopaloo, how's it going?
It's good, how are you?
What do you have there? Are those like Fender guitars or Les Pauls? What are those?
Those are Ice guitars.
Ice guitars, as in EIS guitars.
EIS guitars, yes.
And of course, you're so well known at the Lake as a musician, but I guess it's been about a year and a half or so, you and your father actually decided to dive into the waters of guitar making.
Yep, exactly. It's been about a year, I guess July, a year ago, we kind of started. I mean, we're not new to building things,
Right.
you know, because we've done officially licensed Grateful Dead jewelry for years, and you know, the family came from jewelry manufacturing. You know, Davies Jewelry started in 1870,
Right.
family owned. So still do that, but my dad's retired. He's living closer now, and so we decided to jump in with both feet and start building guitars.
And the guitars are amazing, and of course you and I have known each other for a long time, so when you first started talking about it, it was kind of hard for me to wrap my mind around how you make the transition between jewelry making and guitar making, and it's due to a very special piece of equipment.
Right, exactly. Well, it's we use you know, computerized design, CNC design, and really it's the same thing we were doing with the jewelry because it was all designed with computers, and we're actually using the same software to do both. So we're kind of just taking that skill set and applying it to wood versus making molds and stuff from when we do the jewelry.
And what I love about this experience is it's been both high tech and down home.
Right.
Because where the guitars are actually built are on your family farm.
That's correct. Yeah, the family farm was purchased in 1935. Grandfather lived there, and he passed here a few years ago, and the parents have moved back, and we've got the machines and everything set up there, and basically I dial in through the internet to the farm. I can upload designs to the machine. My dad goes out there, he can put the wood in the machine.
You keep your dad chained in a Quonset hut.
Yep.
You don't ever little me.
It is in the Quonset hut, yep, and it's we can pretty much build or fix anything in that place.
It's an amazing process, and back to the high-tech part of it, you can get online and watch the machine actually working
we have
from the lake.
Right, we have cameras on the machine so I can watch it run. Well, like the Mayan guitar, you know, took to cut the front side takes about 42 hours. So you can't stand there and watch for 42 hours. So we can both watch it and keep an eye on it, because sometimes things happen with the machine. I mean, we actually blew up a spindle when it was cutting. We had to like, throw that one away, boom, drop in another one, okay, start again, keep, you know. So I mean, it was, by the time I finally got the Mayan guitar done, it was, you know, 7 or 8 bodies and test cuts and all that, just trying to get it to where we wanted it. So
I was going to say, because when you're talking in terms of hours, you mean actual production time, but this was a learning process for you and your father both.
Right, correct. I mean, from the time I designed that guitar, it was 6 months later, 8 months later, till we finally had one that worked and up and going and stuff. So
Absolutely.
It takes quite a while.
Well, let's take a look at them. Are they in order of progression?
Oh,
Which was the first?
This is the 001. Serial number 0001. It's got we did the ICE logo here on the front. It's pretty cool. The back's got a little bit of design on the back. And like I said, these first ones we were building are kind of learning experience.
Kind of on and off. And through that learning experience, though, the expertise that you garnered through that did ultimately end up with the Mayan guitar with international recognition.
Right, it did get international recognition. The grab, make sure these don't fall out of there. Yeah, this is the Mayan guitar. This is our baby. We won second place in an international design contest for building this guitar.
Exquisite might not be a word you commonly use to describe a guitar, but it's the only word I can come up with. It's gorgeous.
Well, people, you know, I'll show people pictures of it, and they're like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And then I'll break it out and I'll show it to them, and they're just like, "Wow, that's, you know." It's got the Mayan guy on the back. You know, kind of
perfect for 2012.
2012. Well, that was you know, it's got actually has a 2012 on the neck plate.
Excellent.
It's kind of you know, just the Mayan thing, and then the plastic. This is Optic Armor. This is a local company in town that does They do NASCAR windshields and boat windshields and all, you know, John Deere windshields, all these windshields. And it's a special anti-scratch coating So you know, when you play it, or it'll always be nice and shiny and slick, and won't ever scratch up.
And it won you an international award.
International
Runner-up.
award, yep. Runner-up, second place. Second place is better than not winning at all.
and it really encouraged you to continue, and I know some of the things that you've learned are new technology that you plan to introduce in future guitars.
Right. We definitely have stuff we're working on that's not out yet. We've got, you know, you have to look at things that a year or 2 or 3 years down the road, as far as what, you know, machines we don't have yet, or things we're just kind of learning process as you go along. You know.
Now, is this something you found on the farm?
No, this one this is one of my inventions. It's a Morse code key, and I just kind of strap them onto the guitar. And this one is one that one of the first ones that we built. That's just kind of nothing special to it, but it gets a lot of testing. I put parts on and off this, trying different things, different technology. This is a pretty high-tech bridge. It's a Babbitt's. It uses an E-cam system. It's supposed to transfer 50 times more string vibration to the guitar body. Because what I do is I do a lot of research on different technologies, and then because I think that's what's a strong point of my design, is like I just sit there and do research on guitars and guitars and guitars and guitars and more stuff, trying to figure out, you know, who's got, because there's a lot of high-tech stuff going on. There's a lot of guys that are developing, like Jeff Babbitt's, the way he designs this bridge is cool. And there's a lot of guys out there doing that kind of stuff, and that's what I'm looking for. We're trying to take our company past what everybody else is doing and do something that's just completely different, if not different, more researched and more scientifically designed, I guess.
Well, it's interesting you brought up that point, because most people at the lake realize that you're an accomplished guitarist and they get to see you locally perform quite often. Not all of them realize what a big geek you are.
They know.
And so it is that research aspect of you that kind of blends with the creativity, though, of the music that has helped you develop some things. When you go to look at building a guitar, it isn't just about the beauty of the Mayan guitar or the unique accessories. It really is about sound and performance for you as well.
Correct, absolutely. I mean, there's certain things I've wanted to do for a long time that I've not been able to do, and then by doing this and starting a company with my dad, then that's been really, it's given me an insight to do things I couldn't do before. You know, the clear pick guards. You know, this is also optic armor. It's coated. It's a coated plastic. You know, and I had been through a bunch of different plastics trying this stuff out, and you scratch them, or I break them. I mean, you know, once you get the Bob Ice test going, I mean, it's like I tend to break things, and this stuff has just been phenomenal. I mean, the guys out there at Optic Armor.
And you found it right here at home. That's really cool.
Right here at home. Yep, exactly. So that's, you know, that's kind of what's up with that, I guess.
Well, you keep bringing up one of my favorite points about Ice Guitars, which is that it is also more about a family legacy and your work with your dad at this point in your life. Right, exactly.
My dad, you know, he has a history of, I mean, my dad fixes everything. I mean, you know, it's just, he, you know, does antique restoration, you know, welding, electronics. He's a big ham radio guy. I mean, because he doesn't play guitar. He doesn't know anything about guitars. I mean, he loves music, but he likes to make things. You know, Leo Fender didn't play guitar.
Interesting.
He just made things. So that's kind of, my dad is the same thing. He's just like, oh yeah, he can, because he'll look at something and go, oh yeah, I can make one of those. Run out to the shop, make whatever, and bring it in, you know.
So it's really neat, this whole transition, and kind of his unique skills and your unique skills have combined to marry these incredible creations.
Yes.
And people are paying attention, because you've already had offers on the Mayan guitar.
Yep, Mayan.
How do people find you if they want to buy one?
EisGuitars.com, E-I-S, guitars.com is the best way, and that's got pictures of the different stuff and how to contact us, and you know, and we can. The thing about what we can do is, if somebody has an idea for guitar, we can design it on the computer and basically show you a picture of what it's going to look like before it's ever cut. So hey, this is what it's going to look like, you know, and you know, because somebody might say, I want to build this, and we're like, oh, it's going to cost this much, like, you know, but to be able to see what it looks like before it's actually cut.
And to be part of the process themselves.
Right.
Makes it really special.
Plus I've got a lot of inventions of stuff that I have in my brain that I think that with the company I'm going to be able to bring those to fruition, and do some of my other inventions that I've got for guitars. There'll be another year or so before those are hitting the market.
It'll be fun watching it grow, and always be really proud that a lot of that creative genius came out of the lake area, right?
Yep, exactly.
Now, do we get to see you play an ice guitar around the lake anytime soon?
Oh yeah, pretty much any place I'm playing. I'm playing this one all the time. The Mayan guitar just got its first spin last week, and it sounds amazing. So they'll definitely be around. Plus I'll have new ones I'll be testing, always testing new stuff.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you and the ice guitar around the lake. People, if you see Bob Ice Band, make sure and go up and ask to take a look at those guitars, because they are so beautiful in person. They look great here, but they're great in person. They're way better.
Yeah, they're sexy.
Well, we can't wait to see your sexy self and your sexy guitars around the lake.
All right.
And we can't wait to see you back on Lake TV.